If you do not know, on January of 2024, Marie Claire, the news article, they mentioned about Harry, how he was actually losing his status for the Counselor of State. So basically, it reported that Charles's young brother, Prince Andrew, and youngest son, Prince Harry, were quietly removed as Counselors of State on November 21st, 2022, when it was revealed in the House of Lords that the royal household confirmed in practice only quote-unquote working members of the royal family will be called on to act as a Counselor of State. Now, you can see clearly that this was a big blow to Harry and Meghan's dream to become part of the monarchy, an important part of the monarchy. Then I also want to share with you this article. This came on the news, and basically it talks about how King Charles, he was reluctant to recognize Lily Archie's elevated status. And when I said this, I did not mean, I mentioned this one in my other video, I did not mean that, well, Lily Archie, surrogate invisible children will never get title, because it was already written that they will be getting the title as long as the king the Charles becomes the king after the queen. But a lot of you have this misunderstanding, and I am sorry for the confusion. But yeah, they were prince and princess, but they were not given the title by the king. And this article is absolutely hinting at that. There are heightening tensions, quote unquote, between Duke and Duchess of Sussex and King Charles. And basically, what I'm trying to point out here is that even when it comes to the title for Lily and Archie, the king wanted to kind of like make Meghan and Harry wait. Maybe he wanted them to give it up and say that, we don't need title, we don't care, and blah blah blah. Obviously, even if they do give it up, their children will still get the title. But you get my point. He wanted to make Meghan and Harry wait and get frustrated at the same time, because for him, they don't deserve. They did not deserve this title for their children. They don't deserve anything from the monarchy. So I think that was a ploy that the king played. Now, this is not what I want to talk about in this video, because what is interesting right now, and I have reported on this yesterday, I believe. So this news came only recently, few hours ago. Before I share this particular news with you, just to remind you, most of my viewers are not subscribed. If you're one of them, consider subscribing. Let's take a look at this report first. So basically what is happening at the moment is that King Charles, he decided to convene a meeting and reveal his plan as to who will do what. It was like a breaking down of duties, responsibilities, positions, and all those things. Now, obviously, when the king would do that, he would obviously ask people who are very, very close to the monarchy, very, very close to him, very, very loyal to him, would be present. It is not going to be the prime minister, the president, or head of state, or celebrities, or anybody like that. It is going to be only people who are dedicated for the cause of the monarchy. So he convened, and he wanted to reveal this plan that this individual, that individual will do this, will do that. Now, Neil Sean, he also reported on this. So I'm quoting him. Basically, he's saying that King Charles, he completely excluded Harry from succession plan. You heard it right. Now, why I'm saying this? Well, take a listen at this article first, because this is going on for the last few days. People are going crazy because everybody, they're talking about Harry Meghan's return to UK. So Kate Middleton's uncle Gary Goldsmith predicts Harry will return to UK and royal family. And not only just him, but there is this report also that talks about the possibility for Harry to return. Take a look. Prince Harry needs Prince William's approval for UK return. And then you have many other reports talking about Harry's possible return to UK, and this is why he went to UK last time when he visited his father, tried to smooth things up. And many other reports, even Sussex squad who trashed the monarchy, who are against the monarchy, even are delighted now that yes, Harry is gonna go back to UK and take part in those responsibilities and become very, very important member of the family. Shame on you. Really, shame on you. But when we hear this kind of a story and this kind of news that the king has deliberately, intentionally, he snubbed Harry and dashed his hope. Okay, he can come back to UK, no problem, but when the king excluded Harry from the succession plan, Harry should get the message. Harry should get the message that this place, the monarchy, is no longer for me. Even if I go back to UK, I will just be a face. I will just be there by name, not in action, and he will never be trusted, because Harry, what he said against the monarchy and his wife against the monarchy is enough for anybody to be convinced that Harry cannot be trusted at all. Now, obviously, this is a breaking news. The king in the past, when this was reported on Marie Claire article, when they said that the king quietly dropped Harry and Andrew from the Council of State position, I am now convinced, or looks like to me, that the king is gonna be excluding Harry from his succession plan quietly this time. What does it mean? It basically means Harry cannot come out and accuse the monarchy of ditching him, dashing his hope, because there is nothing made in public. So the king is doing exactly the right thing. By not making it public announcement, he is quietly taking away all kind of power that Harry could possess in the future, all kind of responsibility that he could take on, and this is hurting Harry Meghan's PR machine big time. Because remember, the only way they make money is not by taking up responsibilities or doing something for the monarchy or getting engagement for the monarchy. It is actually when the monarchy will do something that Harry and Meghan will take and talk about. And when they talk about and when they trash the family for their action, this is when the money comes. But the king played it very smart. He said, I will do everything, but Harry would not be able to talk about this in public or quote me on anything saying that my father did this. Because remember, when he sat for the Oprah Winfrey interview, what did he say? He said, my father cut me off. I mean, those things were on paper. Harry knew that the king, he outwardly made it absolutely clear that Harry would not get any financial help, even though he helped him. But there are evidences on paper that Harry could use. And there are many things that they said they could have proven, sometimes with article, with evidences. Some of them, not all of them, most of them were lies. But the moment the duplicitous duos have any evidence, any solid evidence, clue that this is what they have said, this is what they have done, they would jump to use those evidences against the monarchy and trash them and convince the world that this is what happened and they are the victim of this, institution of this monarchy yet again. Thank you guys. Let me know your comment in the comment section below, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.